planning process of projects differs, and it depends on the community or the client or the end user. So the template tends to differ, but if I could use one, let me say, similarity across the board, especially because I work with recycled material. After the assessment has been done with the end user, the community or benefactor, and that process there, remember, it's anything from 6 months to a year. Then we're able to, while we're doing that, we look at the environment to look at the waste material that is available or the resources that are naturally available within that area. But of course, we try to push the idea of recycling to the top. Then an assessment is done very quickly on the kind of waste material that is available, because then I need to do a lot of R&D, research and development and innovation, RDI, into how we can use that material. And that is happening parallel to the process, you know. So for example, community X has, say, a different kind of pallet. And remember, there's about like 1,000 different types of pallets, right? So this is the best pallet we can get in high volumes. And that process means then we start doing research on it. What is the strength of that pallet? Where is that pallet coming from? Does it need treatment? Would we, can we compress it, you know? So while that is happening parallel, we are engaging with the community and, you know, and also what kind of skill does it take? Are we able to connect the material to the community, which is what we try to do a lot. So that's one aspect. The other aspect is understanding the end product. Is it a building? Is it a bicycle? Is it a physical structure? And is it? It could even be a campaign, by the way, or an event. You know, by understanding what that is, then we're able to align the material and the skill set that will come with it to produce an end product. And so the template, I think, would be, you know, understanding the context from a social, economic, human, and valuing the community or the business as an asset themselves, because they are there, you know. And then looking at the material that is around, which is really important, because that's the low-lying fruit, you know, and then engaging with that to start working together towards a design. The design process for me has to be co-created, which means it's a process of the community or the end benefactor holding the pen and saying what they want or sketching ideas. That is a thing as architects we underestimate or underrate, or maybe we just were not trained on how to pull out ideas from communities, you know. So at times it's at times it's using very simple medium, charcoal, you know, crayons, colors, building blocks, you know. There's different ways of being able to pull ideas, or it could be storyboards, you know, where communities, you sit down with a community or a business and they explain to you their building, their business process. And from that, you're able to kind of pull together ideas. But from a co-creation process, then, that kind of creates the foundation, which is a strong foundation for the design now to develop. And as the design develops, you'll see, oh, I'll remember, okay, there's person X in a community who said something, you know, and go back to that idea and kind of bring it back into the design. Or for example, a waste speaker says, look, I love my bike and everything, but it gets stolen all the time. And then you start thinking about, well, security or locking it is a big thing. So how do we create a bike that cannot be stolen? You know, in the sense, in the context of a business, the business says, well, we are developing, perhaps too quickly, but if you have access to all this demolition material, for example, and by that process, you're able to very quickly create almost like an audit, building material catalog. We're using recycled material and say, all right, we can use this material. So it's very much a co-creation process, and what comes out of it is an ownership and a partnership with the community, business, or person. A lot of time I get the question on how do people react to to recycle material, or communities react, or businesses react to recycled material? I think if you put design at the core and you really do a good job, you will answer that question naturally. And what I mean by that is your solution will not just be engineering driven or art driven. It will meet all the layers of, or it will tick off all the boxes in what a good design is. A good design is beautiful, and we underestimate the value of beauty in architecture and design. For example, with the Just Slovo community project, when the community walked in and saw, when we started collecting these bottles, people were like, wine bottles on a wall, what will it look like, etc. But when they walked in and saw this one bottle wall that brought in light and gave such beauty, suddenly it was not, oh, those are wine bottles. No, it was more, oh, wow, that's a building. I like that. I want that, because there is beauty in that design. That whole building, the surrounding of it is pallets. But when they came, they did not see pallets only. I mean, remember when we walked into that community, the reason why we chose to work with pallets is because that community had access to a lot of pallets. They were in an industrial area, But what we did is, and this is the role of architecture and design and engineering, we took the very same pallet, we stretched what one could do with it innovatively. But we also made sure that it was beautiful and it spoke of dignity. And those are aspects that we underlook or underrate when we're working with communities. We think it's a quick fix thing. A toilet is needed, a room 1 meter by 2 meter, put in a toilet and that's it. Or a community center is needed, let's just get some wood and roof sheets, bang in, put it there, and the community will use it. We forget that beauty and dignity are quite crucial. And if you take those as foundational blocks when you're dealing with anybody or any business, let's go to commercial architecture. Then what has come out of it is an interest in using recycled material, but not in a retrofit way. I think my joy is because of the R&D and research, development and innovation that we have access to through multiple universities and students. We're able to really rethink new ways of using recycled material that has beauty, dignity, and a level of authenticity that you as a human or any human agrees to, whether you like the material or not. You do not see the material, you see beauty, you see wow, and that's what pulls your heart to it, and that's what makes you accept it.